So it's the time of year when Spotify Wrapped comes out, and I don't have Spotify, but I have Apple Music. So I'm going to do the top 15 artists from my Apple Music replay. So coming in at number 15 is Pilot Drift, which was a local band, sort of. I think they've since broken up, but we saw them play. They opened for Spin Doctors when they were playing a local festival here. So they have some really interesting songs. Good band. Check them out if you haven't heard of them. At number 14 is The Killers. One day I went through all their discography. Haven't really listened to them a lot in the last few years, but it was fun to revisit their albums. At number 13 is The Beatles. I think I revisited some of their albums one day. Always loved the Beatles. And of course, they had that single come out that was the last Beatles song, right? I can't remember what it was called now, but I really enjoyed that. Was that this year? I think it was. Number 12 is an artist who died earlier this year, so I was listening to their greatest hits, and that is the only reason they made the list. And after listening to their greatest hits, I mean, there were really only a few songs that I liked, and this artist had a well-known feud with another artist I like, so I'm not going to even acknowledge them because I like the other artist better. At number 11 is Linkin Park. Of course, they made their comeback with a new female vocalist, kind of to take the place of Chester. Uh, I did like the first single they came out with. I don't know that I actually listened to the entire album. I started it and I liked it, but I don't know. At number 10, 10, 10 is Ashley Campbell, the daughter of Glenn Campbell. We saw her and her brother's band Victoria Ghost um, opening for their dad on his farewell, farewell tour. And they were really good. But she came out with, I think she's had like two country albums or country ish albums, and I really like them. At number 8 is Weezer. I've always liked Weezer, although I do like their earlier stuff best. Blue Album is one of my favorites. At number 7 is Rick Springfield. Of course, he's got a whole bunch of albums that I like. Did he come out with a new album this year or last year? Well, whatever his newest album is, well, is it his newest album? I can't remember what it was called, but it had kind of an 80s vibe to it, but I really liked it. Number 6 is Anastasia, and that is mostly because I revisited her um, discography one day, and there were several albums that I haven't heard before. I really liked her back in the day, back with the or the songs "Left Outside Alone," probably my favorite. At number 5 is David Soul, yes, of Starsky and Hutch fame. Of course, he died in January. I think he was the first big celebrity death for me, and I was really sad. Partly because I was gonna order a autographed picture when I got my income tax back this year, a tax refund, and of course didn't get a chance to do that. But I had never really listened to his music before, and turns out I really like it. Uh, yeah, I don't know what you would call that style of music, but I really liked it. At number 4 is Madonna. I mean, classic Madonna is always a delight, and I like some of her newer stuff too. Number 3 is the Yagas. I guess that's how you say that. I'm not even sure, but that is Vera Farmiga and her husband's band. They put out a single called The Crying Room, which was actually my top song for the year. which I'm really happy about. The rest of the top songs list was all Taylor Swift songs. But yeah, really love that song. Uh, that is my song of the year. At number two is Tori Amos. Uh, love Tori Amos. I've got a whole bunch of, her live bootleg type stuff in my music library. So that's always fun when those come up on shuffle. Uh, yeah, like especially when she makes up songs on the spot. Those are always good. And at number one, I'm sure you already guessed, but it is Taylor Swift because mostly because she came out with the Tortured Poets Department, uh, and it actually ended up being a double album. So yeah, loved that. Played it on repeat for a few months probably. Um, so let me. I had 1,018 total artists. Uh, I will quickly go through some of my top albums. Uh, I will mention at number 15 was Valkyrie Echoes, which is an independent uh, Italian UK singer songwriter, and she put out a new album this year. It's like acoustic rock, sort of. I really like her style, and it was a good album. Then I had a couple of Pilot Drift albums, Bee Gees ESP, which was an album I had in high school that I really liked. I don't know when this came out. Was it like 1989 or something? 87? It was 87. I don't know. Kind of got a cold. It's hard to talk. Cats, highlights from the motion picture, came in at number 9. But yeah, a lot of Taylor Swift on here. In addition to the Tortured Poets Department, I had Reputation, um, which is one of my favorite albums, which is should be coming out with Taylor's version pretty soon. And then I also had Midnight's the 3 a.m. edition on here. So anyway, that's my Apple Music replay. I'm sure nobody cares because I'm boring and I wouldn't say I have great taste in music. So anyway, until next time. Yeah, cheers. Thanks a lot.